Uh, on ABC recently, your Deputy Chief Scott Gray talked about being aware about officers being aware of the impact of their making arrests. And he said, "We always thought of our job as enforcement and not necessarily being involved on the backside of it. It all makes sense now, but certainly you didn't think about, well, what's this guy going to do when he comes back to the community?" For many years, that was not thought to be a part of the police officer's job, pondering the backside, as Chief Gray said. Are your officers thinking about that now? And does that have an effect on how they do their jobs?
We do think about it. We're of the belief that you cannot arrest your way out of a problem. That is not the way we want to police. We want to when we take enforcement action, and sometimes it has to take place. Excuse me. Sometimes, uh, in order to give somebody the mechanisms and intervention and the services they need, sometimes they need to have that when they're behind bars if they've committed an egregious crime. But the point that we believe in Omaha is you cannot arrest your way out of it. And 97% of the people that enter our prison system are going to get out. You need to have them come out better than what they were before. And then we also would like to see what we can do to prevent them from getting there. In a lot of ways, Tom, if we have to make an arrest, it's almost kind of a failure. It's almost a failure that we had to make that arrest. But it is a society, and people will always commit some crimes, and you do need that enforcement piece. But as you said, in the past, I don't think law enforcement agencies really ever thought about that moment after when you arrested somebody. And it's especially talked about in Omaha as we relate to juvenile crime. It does us no good in a society when that juvenile turns 19 and becomes an adult and we arrest them a week later. That's almost a failure of our juvenile justice system that we did not intervene, we did not rehab, we did not bring them back into a fold. So we look at some of these as failure points, and we try to grow from that. But it is great to have a police department that's looking 2, 3 steps behind what we used to not see 10, 15, 20 years ago.